This is a movie about a kind, benevolent doctor searching for a cure for his wife's disease while a winged psychopath and his BDSM buddy try to stop him at every turn.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Bad Movies Rule, the worst movie podcast ever recorded. It's time to chill. Everybody freeze.
Do you hear that? It's the chilling sound of your doom.
It's fitting that we just had Joe crank the AC to like down to 52 degrees.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about Mr. Freeze today.
Yeah, we are.
Yes.
Because we're talking about Batman and Robin from 1997. The best year ever.
Yes.
Maybe ever.
Ever.
Lots of great things happened in 97. You wouldn't know about it.
I was 1 year behind. Sorry.
So was I. 98.
You were both
was a
98.
better,
Yeah.
98, better year.
Much better
Vintage.
year.
We got 97 right here, baby.
That's right. 1997 saw the graduation from high school for some of us. Also saw the release of the greatest Batman movie ever made, Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
That's
It's
right.
definitely a detrimental movie.
Detrimental.
It's up there.
Detrimental? Detrimental.
Detrimental.
Like dentures?
Yeah.
What?
Detrimental?
Yes.
Yeah. Polygrip.
Nice.
Awesome. Welcome in this morning, guys. We have Curt Mummer in the house.
Hey.
You think we're going to do a Batman movie and not have Curt here?
Yeah. And if you don't tell me that Arnold Schwarzenegger doesn't make this movie better,
We're going to start off right off the bat.
We'll
We
discuss
might as well.
this later.
I don't think we need to.
It's going to be great.
We got to put that off till later.
We will. Joe Gorotowski.
Yay.
Back.
Let's go. Yeah.
Again.
It's been a while.
It has been.
Yeah.
But you're here now, so now it's reset to 0.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm a little under the weather.
Yeah.
So I'm a little hoarse today.
Okay.
Got a nice chest cold and
Awesome.
A cold.
so exactly very
That's
fitting.
where I listen
Already starting with the puns.
That's
I
a
see.
good one.
I see you there.
So yeah, I might have to like excuse myself.
No, but seriously, are
But
you
yeah,
sick?
I have been.
Oh,
I'm
I thought
getting better.
that was just a Mr. Freeze joke.
No,
Oh,
I got
all right.
sick on purpose just so Curt can make that joke.
What dedication we have.
Yeah.
Dedicated
This is
man.
what I'm saying. Also, speaking of dedicated men, Ryan Mueller's here. Hello, Ryan.
Hello.
How are you, man?
That's good. This is a cool party. You know?
It is. I'm hoping it gets even cooler, man. It's
warm in here right now.
It's a little warm in here, but it's starting to come down.
Yeah.
It's starting to come down to the sub nether regions of the sub-zero temperatures.
We'll
I want to
have to
get
our winter coats out pretty soon, I think.
That's right. I want us to be huddled together, trying to sing the Snow Miser song together,
Yes,
Eating
I can't
frozen
wait.
dinners.
for eating frozen dinners. All right,
Maybe play some hockey later.
Yeah.
I brought my bat boots with the ice skates on them.
we're going to talk about the vitals here, and this might be one of those movies where you guys already know all this stuff. But the movie was directed by Joel Schumacher, the famed director who many said destroyed the Batman series. He directed 2. This was his second one. The other one was Batman Forever. Took over for Tim Burton after the first 2. So they did 2 and 2 each. Movie was written by Avika. I want to say this wrong. Avika Goldsman. And I'm like, who was the person behind this script? He actually wrote a ton of amazing scripts. I don't know if any of you looked, but he wrote like Cinderella Man, A Beautiful Mind, I, Robot, which I like. And I mean, I don't remember all of them. Those are ones off the top of my head. But a string of great movies.
And then there was Batman
And then
Robin.
Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Thought it was well written.
Yeah.
I think they were told to make a movie like this.
Oh, 100%.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
it is.
Yeah,
It was
100%.
it was a toy commercial through and through.
Yeah.
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 Absolutely.
You have to take it for what it is. And the problem is when this came out is you had, I think it was a victim of its release in that if they had released this movie before the Tim Burton movies, meaning the only thing we'd had before this was the Adam West, show, people would have been like, this is amazing.
This is
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
right. Because it's kind of in that tone. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
But it was the fact that it was released right after the 2 Tim Burton movies that set like everybody
Yeah.
like, this is what we want. And then they came out with Batman Forever, which was like halfway to Batman and Robin and
Sure.
halfway from Tim Burton.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then this one was just full
Well, where Tim Burton went dark and sort of gothic,
Right.
which we love Batman to be now.
Yeah.
Joel Schumacher, thank you. He made it more, like you said, more along the lines of the 66 Batman.
Right.
Where it's bright colors and there's a campiness to it and
Right,
very
but
cheesy.
Yeah, but coming off of those other two movies, nobody wanted that. I mean, the kids loved it.
No, I understand. But to go from, like you're saying, it's almost like they went backwards.
Right.
Because they jumped to the dark and gothic. Then all of a sudden it was like, well,
you can't go back again.
You can't go back now. Yeah.
Right.
And he did.
He did. He went all the way back. And funny enough, who's the guy that plays the evil, crazy scientist that tries to kill Poison Ivy in the beginning? He's the dude.
Talking about Dr. Woodrow.
Dr. Woodrow. He was Lex Luthor's dad in Smallville, I think, too, wasn't he?
He's also the voice of Riddler from Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah, so that guy, he said in an interview one time, he said, you got to understand, it was really hard to act in this movie because right before every take, Joel Schumacher on the megaphone, okay, guys, get ready. Remember, this is a cartoon. And then action. Right?
Yeah.
So they did kind of what
they
asked
wanted to
them
make
to
it.
do.
They did what they were told to do.
It really was kind of a buffoonish, clownish, cartoony movie.
Yeah, which is what the director was screaming through the megaphone at all of them to do. So mission accomplished.
Yep.
As far as the actors go, right?
Sold a bunch of toys.
Well, and honestly, at the time, I mean, it kind of worked.
No, yeah.
As far as I'm concerned.
I liked it. I was junior year of high school when this came out. We were watching all the Batman movies. So it's like, I like Batman forever. And we'll find out how I felt about this one.
Yeah, all right. Well, we'll see as we
in
go.
high school, I like this one. We'll see if it holds up.
All right. Yeah. How did you feel at the time about the Batman Returns and Batman and all that? Were you into those two?
Yeah, but it's been a while since I've seen those too.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean all those. I think I liked all the Batman movies.
All right, cool.
I will say Batman Returns my favorite Batman.
Is your favorite
movie.
one?
Yeah.
Yours too, Joe. Oh.
I agree.
It's also one of my favorite Christmas movies.
It just sounded like Owen Wilson there. Wow.
All right.
No, that's Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
Yeah.
This movie starred Arnold Schwarzenegger. The budget for this movie was
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's it. That's the only person worth mentioning.
George Clooney.
Oh, am I supposed to say more people other than that?
Well, George Clooney was the other budget.
Was there other people in it?
Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger had top billing, even though the Batman was George Clooney.
Yeah, right.
Him and Nicholson, same thing. Yeah.
25 mil. I mean, good Lord.
When
that man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, no, I'd say Nicholson in 89 gets top billing over Keaton, too.
Yeah.
That one's both of them. Yeah. It's crazy. What were you going to say?
Oh, I was just saying. I mean, 25 mil out of the bat. I almost said
That's who
right on the bat card.
That's what they paid Schwarzenegger.
So that's what they paid
Charged
Schwarzenegger.
it right to the bat card.
Yes. Never leave home without
That's right. The budget for the movie was $100 million plus Schwarzenegger's was $125 million was the budget.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And the box office was $238 million, which means they slightly came in under, right? Because again, what do? You cut it in half.
Yeah, it's a bit of,
So what's half of 238? Yeah.
So that's 118.
120, 118.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they had good international and obviously the toys and everything. So they made
merchandising
money
probably, but that's not the reason it qualifies for this show is the box office.
Most expensive.
Although
everything else, that's what qualifies for the show.
It was the first of the 4 Batman movies to not be the number 1 movie of the summer that it came out in.
Yeah.
So box office was definitely a disappointment. Is currently is this the lowest one we've done? Is a 3.7?
I think it's tied with Iron Eagle 2
on IMDb. That's so low.
It's low.
There's people out there actively trying to get this lower. They want it at
Without
1. They want it at 1.
Why get so angry about a movie? I don't understand.
They don't like toy commercials as movies.
I don't understand why have a podcast about
Which
making
tells
fun of movies.
me because I should say that to myself because I'm out here yelling about movies all the time.
Exactly. Because it's entertaining. That's why.
It's currently sitting at 12% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 16% audience score. So this is one where the critics, the critics said to the audience, it's bad, right? And the audience went, yep.
Yep.
Thumbs up. We agree.
That's really close, 12 and 16.
Yep.
So not great across the board on all the metrics outside of, selling Happy Meals and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Which is the way the studio was trying to take this movie from the time of Tim Burton. Tim Burton got in trouble because McDonald's thought Batman Returns was too scary. They weren't going to sell Happy Meals.
Yeah.
Right? And so he was already getting pressure from the merchandising side to soften up what he was doing. So as soon as they got him out, which is part of why they left.
Yeah. I think they should just gave away raw sardines for
For Penguin.
Return. Yeah, the Penguin. I mean, I think that would have been great in that.
You get a little toy. If you squeeze it, black ooze comes out of his nose.
Yeah. That would have been great.
It'd be awesome.
Stress reliever. You just the green snot comes out. Yeah.
My nose could be gushing blood.
Yeah. That would have been great. That would have been great.
Fake nose
McDonald's
kit.
toy.
I would have been.
Kids
What kid wouldn't like
when
that?
You scare them a little bit.
What kid wouldn't want a penguin with a bloody bubble when you squeeze it in their Happy
I would
Meal?
have. I would have loved it. There's plenty of other things that traumatize children. They're not going to be traumatized from that.
Yeah.
It's going to be like 9th on the list when they talk to their therapist when they're older. All right. Well, look, thank you all for listening. We're glad that you're here tuning in today to Bad Movies Rule. Could you do us a favor? Check out our brand new website. We finally launched badmoviesrule.com, and you can go there, and if you sign up for our email list, so you can do that, there's a support tab where you can go and sign up for the email list, or you can go right down to the bottom of the main page and you can sign up from there. Out of the first 100 people that sign up to get our email newsletter, we promise not to abuse our inbox privileges. We're going to give away some free swag that Joe happens to be wearing right now on his head that you cannot buy anywhere. It's the Bad Movies Rule cap, and it's not for sale. We literally are just going to give these away randomly to people that are signing up for the email newsletter. So make sure you get on there and do that. It's badmoviesrule.com.
Nice.
If you want to email the show, it's thisshowIstrash@gmail.com. We always do mailbag. We always do mailbag episodes every so often, and so if you want a chance to have that read on, if you'd like a chance to have that read on the show, send that in, and we'd be happy to look through that. Also, you can be a member of our Patreon. That's the other best way to connect with the show. If you'd like to support us for as little as $3 a month, you can be on there and get access to bonus episodes, bonus recordings that we do after some of our shows. And also you could vote on upcoming episodes, and at certain tiers you can even participate with the show. As you'll see today, we've got David Parkinson helping us with our awards for Batman and Robin. All right, you guys ready to go?
Let's do this.
Jump straight in.
Let's kick ice.
Let's kick ice.
Support it like child support does.
That's right. All right, so just an overall view. That was I was just going to roll with it. Just a general synopsis, because the plot's really important here, so you understand what's happening in this movie. This is a movie about a kind, benevolent doctor searching for a cure for his wife's disease while a winged psychopath and his BDSM buddy try to stop him at every turn.
Yeah.
Right?
That
Sounds
You
accurate.
feel good about that?
sounds about right.
That's accurate.
That's accurate.
That's accurate.
Okay.
I mean,
so-
depending on how you flip the coin.
Yes. Well, that was Batman
That's a
Forever.
Batman
That was
fun. Yeah, it's a Batman fun. Still, I'm doing my best here.
That was the other one. All right, so once we find, it's interesting that the movie starts focusing on the bad guys first. So there's this big suit up scene, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Opening suit up
Right,
scene, yes.
right off the bat. It's like,
This is where we lost it.
The
right
butt
here.
shot.
here. We've got
This is where it goes south. Right in the beginning.
immediately.
Yeah. Just right out of the
we
gate.
see the nips, we see 2 ass shots, and we see Alfred gave Batman a new cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's with the close-ups on the nuts and butts?
Nuts, butts, nipple shots.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, all right, Batman, he's going to be nursing some little bats now.
And it
All right,
was
he's got
so-
some nipples. He's got,
It's got that diamond encrusted nut cup.
It was so aggressive. Yes.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
get in there.
Zoom in.
The only thing missing was the bang, pow, wow, whatever from
And then the giant batarangs, like these things were huge.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, where are they fitting those things in their utility, not in their utility belts?
Yeah.
No.
No.
They're cod pieces.
It's
That's what
in,
they had some
it's in the nut cup actually has a compartment that they put those
He has a
things
bat
in,
purse.
take it out, yeah.
Oh my god.
Just hangs a bat satchel. A batchel. He has a batchel hanging from his.
One thing that's important is that they establish right away how much of a just butthole that Robin is in this movie.
Yeah.
Oh, he was terrible.
A butthole.
You know what I'm saying, right? Can I have your car? I want a car. Chicks take the car.
Worse
Yeah.
than a little kid in the back seat when you pass McDonald's, man.
Yeah. This is why
want a
Superman
car.
works alone.
That's right.
I want a car. Give me a car.
Right.
Yeah,
and so,
but then he's got a
nothing
sweet
like it.
bike that
I
comes
know.
out. Like, come on.
Right, that bike has the ability to make the Robin symbol when it crashes through walls, even though it's only this
that was
wide.
Awesome.
It's only like this wide, and yet it was amazing.
If I was
That's
Batman,
amazing.
I would have said, you get a beach cruiser, Robin. You're not taking the bike today. You can go take the beach cruiser out of Jay Leno's garage here.
All right, they head off. Which the other funny thing before I want to say, as they head off, you notice he doesn't fit in the Batmobile.
Yes.
Like the
Yes.
shot from behind his head
Yes.
is just sticking out the top
Yeah.
of it.
Like 3.5 feet.
Like, bro, this Batmobile keeps getting smaller, and Batman is still the same size.
Well, yeah, it's like after Riddler and Two-Face destroyed the one prior to this.
Yes.
He was like, I got to put something together. I got to travel around.
I got a set of Hot Wheels around here I can soup up.
What do I got left for parts?
How do you feel about?
I got an extra light bright laying here.
I think that
Disco
answers that
ball.
question. How you feel about the Batmobile from this movie? It's
a
not very.
kaleidoscope.
Yeah, it's very colorful for a Batman.
Yeah. Very bulbous at the end.
It goes well in Happy Meals.
While they're driving, the bad
We're all
guys.
going to have a ton of...
Oh yeah, let's
Yeah, we're gonna have fun with this.
Bring it all.
Just get ready, folks. That's listening. I don't think any of us are gonna argue that this is a good movie. We're all on the same page. Yeah, we're going there.
All right, so as they're driving, the bad guy's like a 5-star general tips them off to.
Start general.
He shows up. I looked like he was in a 5-star.
Batman.
Right, Batman.
Yeah.
It's Commissioner Gordon.
Well, him and Alfred are the only two that
Yeah, and he's like,
have been
Yeah.
throughout the whole series.
there's a guy. Oh yeah, Pat Hingle.
Yep.
Yep.
Shout out to him. Still the same guy from the original, and then Michael Goff.
Yep.
From is Alfred. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I love how just like they just zoom right past it. Like, there's a new bad guy, and his name is Mr. Freeze.
Yeah,
and that's,
just get right into
let's
it.
get right
Yep.
into it.
Is there?
He's like,
All
okay,
right.
fine, cool.
And
We'll
he
get to his
needs
backstory
diamonds.
later. We'll get
And
to
they
his
did that, and this movie was still 2 hours and 10 minutes.
I know.
He's stealing diamonds from a bank? No. From a
Yes.
museum?
That's where they keep
Yes.
diamonds.
I guess, apparently.
Well, the big ones.
The big giant ones?
Right.
Yeah.
Mr. Freeze, which is interesting that he calls himself that because he is a doctor. So I'm like, did you go to 7 years of free school just to be called Mr.? I don't understand that at all.
Yeah.
But he's got one of the dumbest names, I think, out of the Batman villains.
Yes.
Mr. Freeze.
Well, isn't his original doctor name Freeze? It's Freis.
Yes.
Something
So
like
it's like
that.
a German spelling
Right. So
or
again,
something?
but why Mr. if he's a doctor?
Oh, yeah. Instead of Dr. Freeze?
That's what I'm saying.
You think he should be called Dr. Freeze
He's a
instead of
doctor.
Mr. Freeze? Yeah.
Doctors get annoyed when you call
Well,
him
maybe
Mr.
it
They go,
was
excuse me,
Mr.
I'm a
Freeze
doctor.
first.
And it would have
then
been
he
a
got his
different
PhD.
spelling, so he still would have had his identity hidden,
Yeah.
you know?
Anyway, he's the new leader of the Roller Boys, and those guys were on rollerblades, man. They tried to hide it in every shot they did, but
Yeah,
those
they
dudes were
were.
on rollerblades.
they were.
Yeah.
They were not ice skating.
I was expecting Corey Haim to come out and
They needed Corey.
Gary.
Gary Lee. Gary Lee got replaced by Mr. Free. Gary Lee's frozen in the back somewhere.
Arnold froze him, took his rollerblades.
That's right.
This also starts a lot
Yeah.
of his
Yeah, go, just let him rip. Just let him
when
rip.
he's-
Oh,
yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah, the Iceman cometh.
That's right.
Yeah. And
So-
then my favorite line is when he freezes the cop, and then the cop's like, "Please have mercy on me," and then he does the mercy. I'm afraid my conditions have left me cold to your ideas of mercy.
That's right. Yes.
Arnold's, all he has is puns.
Yeah. Puns and
Yes.
one-liners.
Puns and
one-liners.
one-liners.
Yeah.
That was
was it.
almost it.
Well, what else would you, if you hired Arnold to do this? That's of course what you'd have him do.
But he
right?
delivers them with such
because that's what he does.
just
what he does.
It's so good.
There was an interview with him. He was talking about it. And you know, with Arnold, anything that Arnold does, he's got to go 100%.
Yeah.
he's got to
Yeah.
go all
Oh,
in.
sure.
You know, if he's gonna be this, he's got to go. You know, way past it. And he was quoted as saying that he thought he was going to be that his character with the costume and everything is going to be one of the best
Yeah.
Batman villains ever.
Oh yeah, for
Like,
sure.
That's what
Oh,
he
yeah.
thought it was going to be.
100%.
And the costume, I love the costume.
Yeah, but
He looked
what-
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell
there
his
hasn't
eyes.
been a Mr. Freeze since then.
He talked about this in an interview about just the metallic, like the makeup that he had to put on, and his like eyes were always messed up, and these
Yeah.
contacts. They had this like light with a battery with like wires wrapped around its teeth that he couldn't like bite down in a certain way, or it would leak into his mouth, and it was just like the dude went through some crap.
Yeah.
like to play this
Worth
part.
the $25 million.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, I agree with what you're saying, Joe. But also at the same time, like, well, what else are you going to have him do? Because one-liners is his bread and butter, right?
Yeah.
But 27 ice puns he makes in
know.
this movie. 27.
Yeah. And he had a meltdown.
Nice.
Yes.
All right, so
If I had a
Batman.
piece of paper, I'd check that up.
Batman drops in the ceiling, and he does. This is part of the goofy nature of the movie. He's like, "Hi, Freeze, I'm Batman."
Yeah.
Right.
You got to introduce yourself.
Yeah. They could have shook hands at, too,
And this is where they start fighting the Roller Boys. And the interesting thing to point out, if you guys go back and watch this fight, if you notice, I counted at least 6 times where Batman throws a punch or a kick and Robin too, and there is no Foley on their kicks at all. Just
No.
air.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just air.
And then it's reaction.
That's
And
all.
reaction.
Oh,
But
yeah.
there's in all the other fights in the movie, there's this sound, right?
Sure.
But in that fight, there's no Foley on the punches or kicks.
Nothing.
Really makes them look stupid.
Yeah.
Because they're not actually connecting on any of them.
No, I agree.
But when you don't have the sound effect, it makes it so bad.
It's just the Clint's favorite. It's the crazy loud music.
Yeah.
Yes.
No sound effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But right after the high
But
freeze,
there's other noises of
sorry.
people like hitting the ground and stuff. It's not like there's
No,
It's just
you're right.
just their punches and kicks. Yeah.
I was going to say after the high freeze on Batman, we get another great Arnold Schwarzenegger line,
Oh yeah.
which is "You're not sending me to the cooler."
That's right. after they kick on their bat skates, and which is kind of like
How did they know to have bat skates? If Mr. Freeze was a new villain, they didn't know.
No.
And all of a sudden, they're just sitting on the ground because they got their ass kicked or whatever there.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's ting, bat skates.
they Dorothy'd their heels
Yeah,
together.
feet
They must
together,
have-
yeah. Laying next to each other. They gave each other the look and the wink. Huh?
Yeah.
Dink, dink.
I think it's supposed to. I think it's supposed to be a joke.
How you doing?
I think it's supposed to be a joke, like about like the bat shark repellent, like they have in the old
Yeah,
ones. Like
no,
they just
absolutely.
always have the thing they need
Need.
on
Yeah.
themselves somewhere,
Absolutely.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Which is dumb.
The
but-
gigantic magnets that Robin had.
Right.
Yeah.
The bat bombs.
The bat bombs.
The,
Yeah. The
Some
bat.
days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
That's right.
It's from the original Batman.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. This is the next thing Arnold does. He freezes this giant dinosaur in the museum and tries to get away and straight up, just another toy they wanted to sell, the Freeze Mobile, right?
Yeah,
And
sure,
so-
with a firing rocket.
And so they had, I saw this, I watched so many interviews about this. Schumacher talked about the Freeze. He's like, yep, that was another toy we had to sell. And so they threw it in the movie.
Yep.
And here he is in his Freeze Mobile.
Well, and
Built
there's
for
so
one.
many vehicles in
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
in this movie
Right.
alone. I mean, that's probably why it made 2 hours.
But this poor guy, he's just trying to leave. He's trying to get away to space so he doesn't have to, like, hurt anybody.
So his plan was to come in,
Yeah.
steal the diamond.
Right, but for a good cause.
Okay,
For
yeah,
good
sure,
cause.
I get it. To save his wife. I
Save
get
his
it.
wife.
Okay. But his exit plan
Yeah.
was a rocket through a small hole
Yeah.
in the ceiling.
Yep.
And then he was going to go up to 30,000 feet, then jump out and glide down back to the museum.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure nobody got hurt. That's why he froze people so they wouldn't kill them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you, he's the good
All right.
guy.
All right.
Preservation.
Just wanna make sure.
He's just trying to leave. These maniacs are climbing on board, ripping his
I know.
doors open on his spaceship and everything.
Yeah.
Hey, glider Mr. Freeze was a fantastic toy. I'm telling you right now.
Did
That was
you,
a good one.
Did you go on the garage roof and throw them off? And,
No, I had the one where you tied it to one
Yeah.
end of the roof to the other end of the
right.
roof,
Brother
and then
did
he
it to
and
me.
then he just
Oh,
he
nice.
just looked like he was gliding.
Yeah.
But it was actually on like
Is
a ripcord.
freezing ants go as you go along the way
Yeah,
outside?
yeah.
Okay.
How many people died when
Fire
Batman?
ants were getting frozen.
How many people died when Batman knocked the doors off the thing and they crashed into the city? No one talks about that.
No.
Well,
Batman killed more people in this movie. than Mr.
probably
Freeze.
at least the 300 that got killed in robot jocks
That's right.
by the giant robots. So
So thank you. And so he's up in space. Batman made it on the ship, but Robin is climbing around on the outside. He comes in, he sets the thing to blow and jumps out.
No.
Robin doesn't get in until about almost 30,000 feet.
Right.
There's no way he's alive by then.
No.
Just saying.
No, you're right.
No,
100%.
Listen, I realize reality and everything is out the window, but just
It's worth pointing out
Even-
that they made that one mistake.
even though he's
That one mistake. Yes.
even though he's a bird, he would still die at 30,000.
That's true.
yeah.
That's true. You're right, Joe. And when you're right, you're right.
You're welcome.
And when you're right,
You know what?
You're
That's
always
what I'm
right.
here for.
That's right. All right. So then the air surfing.
Yes.
Cowabunga.
How does that work? How is that How do you surf the air? They jump out on the doors, and they use the doors as surfboards to coast down to Earth.
Did you not just give me crap about, pointing out reality and physics?
Oh, that wasn't what I was giving you crap about.
Oh. Okay.
No. This is
way off.
Air surfing.
Cowabunga, dude.
Air surfing could be real. I'm just saying I've never seen it before.
I don't think it's real.
Because it looks like a parachute.
No, with the parachute, they definitely didn't have a parachute.
What I love is that Freeze lands on his feet.
Yeah.
Like a G.
He's a cat. It's like a cat.
The dude literally fell 30,000 feet he didn't need a surfboard like these pansy, bats and robins.
No parachutes.
Okay, no parachutes, nothing. He just freezes the ground.
For part of it.
But then he just lands on his feet.
Yeah.
By shooting his gun down.
While shooting his gun down.
That's
true.
Which makes the giant snowstorm through different bays of this tunnel, and somehow it just went through the entire building that way.
It's plausible.
But hey,
It's incredible.
It's plausible.
nah, that's a great gun.
All right, so he freezes Robin so that he can get away because he has Batman go, what, are you going to chase me or are you going to save the bird? What are you going to do?
Yeah. Stay cool, bird boy.
So goodbye. Like waves. All right, so we got to cut down. There's some crazy. I had so many questions at first about this, but I'm like, what is this lab in South America funded by this supervillain Bruce Wayne?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I
like
don't know.
clearly some crazy stuff going on down there.
And then he had the nerve to call the doctor a lunatic down there when he shut it down.
Right. I'm like, you bankrolled this thing.
Right.
It's crazy, man.
You're the one going after innocent doctors trying to save their wife.
Thank you.
Who is this Bruce Wayne guy?
That's what I'm saying.
And how does he get his money?
How? It's illicit means. It has to be. Poison Ivy we're introduced to here. Well, at this point, Pamela Isley, played by Uma Thurman.
Yeah.
Lovely Uma Thurman.
They really did a makeup job on her, too, because as the Dr. Pam, she looked terrible.
No, it's great. The difference between the two.
Yeah.
And she gives the biggest expo dump of all time.
Yeah. Thank God she has no inner dialogue.
Right.
She had any inner dialogue, we would not understand anything that was going on.
She's talking to this tape recorder. I have the venom from these animals, and I keep giving them to the doctor, but he's using them in these weird experiments. What's he doing
He keeps
back
taking
there?
it.
Yeah.
What is he doing behind this door right now?
Let me take a look.
I have a cramp in my calf.
I'll take what's behind door number 2.
And kudos to Schumacher to pretty much ripping off the entire storyline to Catwoman.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and the Riddler.
I mean, honestly, it's like both meek women get shoved to their death only to be ruined by the one thing that they become.
And they're by their boss, too.
By their boss, right.
Right. Yeah, that was like, I'm going to kill you, and he pushes her over a table.
Yeah.
Haha, you're dead.
Yeah.
Let the toxins swallow you into the earth. Or
Then why
whatever.
you become a plant?
But they even rip off the Riddler because the first thing she does is go make some kind of half-ass pitch to Bruce Wayne about some product she wants funded or some project.
Well, and then go back to Riddler making the giant mind thing that controls everyone of Gotham. Freeze is like, well, I'm going to go ahead and take this giant telescope and freeze everybody of Gotham.
Yep.
How dare you compare the honorable Dr. Freeze?
Oh, to Jim Carrey?
No, to the Riddler, that madman that just wanted to hurt people.
He didn't want to hurt people.
He
had an idea.
He's just a fun guy. He just like telling jokes.
He wanted to make cable television accessible to everybody.
Yeah.
That's true.
And Two-Face, he wasn't all that half bad.
No, Two-Face.
He wasn't half bad, Joe.
Yeah,
Two-Face.
wasn't that bad at all.
It's half good. All right.
Give him a little wah-wah or some crickets or an applause there.
Thank you.
So we do get to see behind that door to see what he's doing in there. The evil scientist is making Bane.
Captain America.
It's they do call it super soldier serum.
That's what it looks like.
Yes.
We get the fastest backstories ever for Poison Ivy and Bane. They're like in 2 minutes flat.
That's the only part I enjoyed.
Is
I was
that-
like, let's get it done.
Why are we wasting time here? We got a 2-hour movie.
We got 2 hours here.
We got toys to sell
We
here.
got to get to it.
Get to the next vehicle.
Bane, they literally plug him into a machine and like, all right, this is Bane. He's Bane now.
With the
Run some
With
plant
the most
toxins through him. He's good to go.
horrible suit ever.
Oh, gosh.
I mean,
Whoa.
it's like those
The spiky
rubber
nut cup.
air-filled dinosaur suits that
Hold on a second.
Like the freaking
That
baby
dude-
suits
the-
from
the T-Rexes?
Nothing But Trouble. Just bloop, bloop, bloop.
That dude was
man.
actually real.
The guy was real. Talking about the suit.
The suit.
The actual outfit, but
Yes.
the muscles
Yeah.
were him.
That was the guy?
That was the guy. He
Oh, I
died
thought-
4 months. This is legit.
Okay.
He died
Alright.
4 months later. He was a professional wrestler and bodybuilder. That
thought-
was actually this his real form.
So
thought
they
it was
just
an
make up
inflated
him
suit.
up to make it look like a rubber.
Bingo.
Okay.
That was his
I thought it
real
was a
body
suit,
form.
too.
I thought it was a suit.
He was
yeah.
400 pounds when he died. He died 4 months after production.
Yo.
Wow.
That's sad, man.
Gained 100 pounds a month.
Why are you trying to make us depressed in here, dude?
I'm just saying, but I thought the same thing. I thought that was a
It
suit.
looked
Okay.
It's
fake.
not.
Now I'm all
That's
sad, bro.
actually him.
You look a little blue.
I'm freaking.
I can't remember his name. I didn't write it down, but I should have wrote it
I
down.
I
know.
don't.
Now I'm sad.
Probably in here as an
Sorry, you're
uncredited.
It's all right. Let's just keep talking. I got it. So
right.
Poison Ivy rises up from the ashes and
Comes
kill-
poison ivy.
kills
now.
the doctor.
Yeah.
She's like, I probably should have told you I'm
Makes
poison.
out with him, kisses him, he dies.
Kisses him.
I'm
dies.
I'm just
poison.
trying to
What?
add
What?
something
No,
to the
no,
show.
it's fine. It's just you just really kind of just.
I didn't tell you that I seen a
Foreshadow the
that I
poison
seen like
kiss.
a cat hit on the side of the road when I came in.
You saw a cat get hit. You saw a cat get hit,
No, I'm just trying.
bro. I'm about to cry in
This
here,
is
dude.
awful.
I'm about to, about
want
to
me to
cry.
leave?
Well, this
No,
just
I
took
don't.
a whole new turn on this episode.
All right, so let's just go back to Freeze's lair.
Yeah, let's start
go to
about something
Freeze's
positive.
Let's think happy thoughts.
Let's
We've
happy
got
thoughts.
a guy, the doctor, he's trying to save his wife.
That's right. But can I have a question? We're back at Freeze's lair with they're singing the song about Mr.
like a
I'm
snow
Mr.
cone
White
shop or
Christmas. It's something like that.
Yeah.
I want those slippers.
Why in the hell is Vivica A. Fox there?
Oh, misbehaving?
What? Why is she there?
Because of Two-Face and Riddler had Drew Barrymore and
Sugar and spice.
Sugar and Spice.
Yeah.
Right, but that's exactly what she. I mean, same outfit practically that Drew
Yeah.
Barrymore wore, or lack of outfit that
Yeah.
she wore. But how did she join that gang? Like, what is she doing there? He's not interested.
No.
He just wants his wife.
She's just making the appearance. She's
Maybe
like, oh,
that's
you're
the
throwing out
secretary.
money?
How did
Maybe
she get
that's the
signed up?
secretary. Maybe she's the one that files away all the
office
paperwork.
assistant?
Yeah, office assistant.
Jeez, you.
Yeah, man. Why don't you try being like
It was 1997.
I don't care.
There was no
2022?
PC back then. Batman even makes a joke about it.
Why don't you
Yes,
try
he
and
does.
not be a misogynist for 1 minute?
Just 1 minute,
Okay?
Curt.
Come on, Curt.
Seriously.
You're taking the
I
show
don't,
down.
what is that?
A
Is that
massage
like a-
therapist?
yeah, that's a
you-
doctor. That
That's
massage.
where you go. Yeah, you go, you lay on the table and they.
Yeah, the misogynist. Yeah.
They work all the knots out of your back and everything.
Man,
Yeah.
I love
It's really
those.
nice. I
That
could
feels
use
good.
one, actually.
I'm about to.
Yeah.
Freeze has
And
to.
you don't need to be a doctor to do that.
No, you don't.
No.
You just go get some schooling at the local tech college or wherever. They give you a license and you're a misogynist now.
Man, I can't wait.
Free. The noble Mr. Freeze has to take drastic measures. He's gonna hold. Okay,
By watching The Year Without a Santa Claus?
no.
Oh,
He's gonna hold the town for ransom, but it's for a good cause.
for a good cause.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
right.
He-
That's right.
He's trying to save his
The
wife.
greater good.
Okay, the greater good.
Right.
Now we're back at the
He's got to be a great guy, though. He's wearing polar bear slippers and a robe.
He is.
Yes. He's like a frozen Hugh Hefner.
And I have to admit, it's a 2-hour movie, and for some reason they spent a lot of time with the bad guys in this movie, and so just want to let you know, I'm probably going to zoom through the parts where they're talking about the bad
That's
guys.
fine because the Batman and Robin, this was probably the most boring
That's what I'm saying.
characters ever. So
All right, so we go back to the mansion. Barbara shows up, but it's not Barbara Gordon.
No.
no.
It's Barbara.
It's no longer Commissioner Gordon's daughter. It's now
Alfred's
Alfred's
niece.
Alfred's niece.
Yes.
She's British.
And
Yes.
look, she's
But no accent. Amazing.
she's another orphan. Orphan?
Orphan.
Sorry.
Sure.
I'm sitting in Joe's chair.
Aspirin.
She's an.
Aspirin? Aspirin.
Yes.
She's
Aspen.
British. I did think it was funny when Robin Anson was like, "Please be looking for me."
Yeah.
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 Alfred is.
I'm a big Alicia Silverstone fan.
Oh, this was peak.
I was hoping. I was like, hey, Alicia
I had big
Silverstone.
expectations.
Yeah. She let me down.
At the same
Yes.
time, Alfred is on the 1996 version of the internet looking for his brother. I really liked those shots. That brought me back. Al McPherson is basically being arm candy for Bruce at a party. And this is what I had said before. Just like Batman Forever, basically, while they're at this party. This is like the third party in the movie already, okay?
Yeah.
for this
There's
telescope.
constant
Well,
parties.
it's socialized.
Pamela Isley comes back, and this is where she makes that pitch to him, like, please fund this economic.
Four
thing.
guards can't stop her.
No.
They're all just like, oh, please.
He's able to get all the way to Bruce Wayne.
Please stop, ma'am. Please stop, ma'am. Please don't go any farther. Oh, please. Oh.
And of course, she shoots her down. But who the hell is this Gertie? This gossip Gertie?
Yeah, the
I'm gonna
newscaster.
punch her right in the face.
Oh, my best friend Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's like, people come first. He rejects the offer, whatever. And she said, no one will save you guys from what's coming. I don't know if you're new in town, but here, Batman and Robin protect us.
I think it just goes back to the 1966 Batman. I think it's that whole just campiness newscaster,
And
Yeah,
then
the
Bruce
whole-
is like,
yeah.
yes, they do. And here's where they'll be tomorrow night. like an
Give
answer.
you every piece of information you need.
Show up to yet another party.
Right. This time it's a jungle ball. This is
With the purple monkeys.
Sponsored by Rainforest Cafe, a wild place to shop and eat.
yes. Can I tell you though, those gorilla costumes were awesome. That was one of my favorite
Yes, they
things. I was
were.
like,
I love
dude,
those things.
those were fantastic. All right. Yeah, so it's weird because Batman's doing Bruce Wayne stuff at this party. He's doing the thing Bruce does, showing up at benefits, like auctioning things off.
He's trying
raising
to
money.
show that he's very charity minded as well.
Right, but it's kind of hard to not be known as that you're Bruce Wayne when you're showing up at benefits and galas and doing Bruce Wayne stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. These gorilla costumes, these two people in the gorilla costumes show up, and one of them is Bane and one of them is Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
And she strips down out of the.
The sexy purple monkey dance.
Yeah. And we get this whole walking up to Batman. See, Uma Thurman is so hot in this movie.
Yes.
Yes.
Like,
She
I don't
is,
know
actually.
other way to say it other than just to say it directly.
Yeah.
Because she's one of these people, and I think you've told me this before, that either, depending on the movie, looks amazing
Yes.
Yep.
or just doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of a
and
unique
she's just
thing.
one of these people that either she's really beautiful or she's not beautiful at all.
Like a Drew Barrymore.
Yes.
Drew
She's another
Barrymore.
one.
It
She
depends
can
on the
look
movie.
A
Either
knockout.
she is smoking hot
Right.
or like,
Yeah.
Like Princess Diana.
please sit down.
My misogynistic jokes are flaring out right now. Good thing I gotta get that license.
Where's Bob? We need Bob in
Yeah.
here for a
Yeah.
hot
Yeah,
babe
for
award.
a Babe Award. Yeah. Let him take it all.
He'd be having some great comments about this.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing with her. Like, there's only like 3 or 4 movies that I think she's gorgeous in. One
Yeah.
is My Ex-Girlfriend.
A super ex-girlfriend.
Super Ex-Girlfriend. Kill Bill.
Yeah.
The Producers. I liked her in the newer one of that. And then this one.
Yeah.
These are the top 4 for me with her.
And I'd add into that The Adventures of Baron Munchausen, and that's about it.
What's that?
I've never seen that.
Early one. Is that one we're talking about with like the weird space?
I don't know if there's a weird space thing, but I know that's very early in Uma Thurman. I want to say it was like 88 or 89 or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
She played some weird character in some, I don't know, whatever.
She
crazy.
played a weird character?
So Mr. Free
Yes,
shows up
she
to
played a
try.
weird character.
Mr. Free shows up to try and get the diamonds from the bad guys. And did you guys notice the little cameo from Ace Hunter from Megaforce?
Yes.
No,
In this scene?
He's in the bidding war.
He's
did
one
not-
of the guys that was bidding on the girls. Was Barry Bostwick, aka Ace Hunter
I
from
did not.
Megaforce?
Oh,
Yeah.
I
and I
know.
was trying to see if there's anything going on
I
in the
was like
background.
waiting for the thumb kiss
Yeah.
from him to Batman.
He just
Yeah.
makes the bid.
100,000.
Oh, would have been perfect.
But they were outbidding each other.
Yes.
For different girls.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know, it was made
Not the same girl.
No.
They were
didn't-
outbidding each other.
They didn't understand how an auction worked,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, so Poison Ivy gets up there and she's blowing her pheromones in Batman and Robin's face, trying to get them all, which is working
Yeah.
at first. They're
Yep.
like, oh, who are you? They start to bid, back and forth against each other for her. And this is one of the dumbest jokes in the whole movie. He pulls out the bat card.
After Robin says, I'll just borrow it from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
It's still,
Dad,
even
can I-
giving it, oh, go ahead.
So say, Dad, can I have some money to bid on this girl?
It's even today, which I felt like when I watched it, I kind of had it better, like I knew what they were trying to do, and so I gave it a little more slack than I had, back in the '90s when I was like, "This is dog crap."
Yeah.
But even with that, this was still the dumbest joke.
They were
in the
ripping
entire
off
movie.
what, like a
American
MasterCard
Express
or
card.
I
something.
feel like that was the one that takes you out.
Right? You're just like, oh, I'm out.
Like, all right, this is cheesy. I get it. I'm on board. But then it was like, all right, now what is this? Is this a Mel Brooks movie? Like, come on.
Exactly.
This is too much. Yeah.
Freeze shows up and wrecks the party. He's got his goons running around. Batman literally is standing there doing almost nothing.
Everybody chill.
Everybody
I
chill.
think he was stunned because he thought Mr. Freeze looked cool.
That's exactly what it was.
He looked cool. He looked very cool.
I did like that he swings up to Mrs. Pamela Isley and says, "Let me guess, plant girl,
Yeah.
vine lady."
Yeah, I will turn you to mulch.
That was the best, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, Arnold's having a freaking blast.
He did
in this movie.
Yeah, he
I
did.
think he did.
And that's when he grabs the ice and he sits back and he waves to everybody. Goes, "Cool potty," right?
Yeah.
As he's gonna drive away.
Yeah, he calls her Garden Gal. That was the last one he gives her, yeah.
I don't know if you guys caught this, and if you didn't, do you have something?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
So
You put me on the spot.
oh no! I thought I saw your hand go up. Sorry. I don't know if you guys saw this, but if you don't, go back and look when he's talking. When Batman, I think he's talking to Commissioner Gordon. As they're getting away, he turns and he's talking to them. The mask is too big for his face.
Yes, and he turns.
It's
and
pulled away. His eye is getting like pulled back. You can see down into his neck hole. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, was this like the practice mask or the stunt mask? And
I
they
was
didn't
just
take
waiting
it off?
for him to like hold up a bag of candy that he got from trick or treating.
I'm so happy you noticed that.
I laughed so hard.
Dude, it was
I was like, that's awesome.
get a mask that fits, bro.
There was points during the movie when you could see the makeup line.
Oh yeah.
Like the mask would be a little bit, the makeup, they didn't bring it down far enough.
Yeah.
And you could see like his skin underneath his makeup line around his eyes.
So I wonder if there were some before they went to the final mask when they do the other suit up, which seemed to be more made for him. I wonder if they were using Kilmer's cowl, like just because that's what they had, because it was supposed to be
his head was
Val.
so big?
Well, it was supposed to be Val, like up
I
until
gotcha.
you know what I
Oh.
mean. And so,
So maybe they shot that scene beforehand. and
Before
was
they
supposed
had
to be- I gotcha.
yeah, I don't know.
They got the shot and they said, "Oh, good enough."
Well, and there was this moment at the party where Batman punches through the tray.
Yes.
And he punches that guy, and they do the music from the 66 Batman.
Right.
And I was waiting for like you were saying earlier, the whap sound or the wham or bam, and I was like, oh, that would have been
Something.
perfect.
Yeah, would have been
Something.
perfect.
All right, so Freeze tries to get away in the Freeze-mobile again, but he ends up getting one punched by Batman's stunt double through the windshield.
Yeah.
Did you notice this?
I did.
Right now, Freeze is knocked out on the ground, and he reveals, and he moves the cape, and it pans away, and he's just laying there on the ground.
Oh,
or
this
whatever.
is this is after the chase scene.
the
and
chase
they're-
scene.
Yeah.
And it's so clearly not George Clooney.
Yeah.
It's not even close to
You're
looking
like,
like George Clooney. Like they couldn't get George to just
He
stand
looked better
there.
as a Batman than George Clooney did.
Whoever this guy was.
Yeah.
But he took it was like another Batman came in and was like, oh, hold on, call the other Batman because I'm not being, you know what I mean? It's crazy.
Maybe Arnold Schwarzenegger was just like, I'm only laying on the floor once. And George Clooney isn't here. I don't care. That's what I'm doing. They're like, all right, he's calling the shots. Let's
the
do
other
this.
guy.
25 mil gets you me laying on the floor once. That's it. So you get the shot.
All right. The evil police and Batman lock up this poor guy who's trying to help his wife. Screw her, I guess.
These people are awful. These people are awful. That's
what I'm saying,
This guy's
dude.
just trying to help his wife
Ridiculous.
cure her disease, and they're locking him up.
They need to defund the police.
That's exactly. Batman and Gotham police are out of control.
They
Out of
are-
control. Start wearing body cams.
All right. They're
Some accountability here.
They wheel him in like Hannibal Lecter into Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Jesse Ventura is there.
Yes.
Yeah, Jesse Ventura is one of the guards.
They're
yeah.
buddies, right?
Yeah.
Isn't him and
Him
Arnold
and Arnold,
Schwarzenegger?
yeah.
Yeah,
They
they're
did
buddies.
The Running Man together, Predator, those two off the top of my head.
Yep.
But yeah,
The other
those guys are
guard,
awesome.
Who's the other guard? He was another wrestler.
I was so
wasn't he?
busy focusing on Ventura that I couldn't even tell you who
You
the other guard
can't
was.
deny the moment you hear
Oh, his voice. You're like,
it's
no,
like,
yeah.
oh, that's Jesse
that's
Ventura.
Jesse Ventura.
You
yeah.
and you couldn't even see him before you heard him first, and you're like, oh, Jesse Ventura's here, right?
Well, and I love the whole like foreshadowing of this is the cold beam. You're not allowed to step outside the cold beam.
Yes, and I thought that was some smashing acting by Arnold Schwarzenegger as he crawled himself back to the freeze ray. Right? It was like
very good. Yes,
Yeah.
It's a lovely
You really
scene.
sold
Lovely
it.
scene.
Some smashing
I
acting.
really
Very
felt-
real.
I had emotions, just running through my cold veins, and I was like, "That's Oscar worthy right
That's
there."
right.
That's a better
I thought it was pretty
English
good. He's like-
accent than
When he's
Alicia
looking
Gasping
up at
for
the ray,
air.
gasping
Oh,
for
yeah.
air. I legitimately thought that was a good
With his
job.
Crocs on.
By Arnold, yes, with his ice Crocs.
This was another best line that I loved.
What's
right
that?
here
That's
is
the other
when
one.
the guards bring him in.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Allow me to break the ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My name is Freeze. Learn it well, for it is the chilling sound of your doom."
He never stops.
Never.
Doesn't matter.
Love it.
If I was that guard, I'd be like, dude, just take a chill pill, man.
Chill.
By the
pill.
way, I mean,
right.
too bad Ryan Farrell's not here because I want to talk about like the condition of Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine trying to be a guard,
guard there.
there. They're
Never.
trying to work and they're just cobwebs and dirt and dust everywhere.
Never.
So would you add him-
Nobody turns on a light.
Would- they don't
come
change
on.
light bulbs.
That's right.
They don't have enough for janitors because they're
All right.
defunding them.
We cut back.
So who would you take out of this group then, or would you just add him to the group?
What do you mean?
You're saying you want Farrell to be here
Yeah.
instead
Oh,
of who?
just- So who you
just
taking
for that
out?
one opinion.
Oh.
Yeah.
Call him on the, don't call him. We don't have time
call
today. We're doing back-to-back episodes today. We got to get rolling. All right. So anyway, cut back. Bruce is talking to his ugly girlfriend, and Robin Robin and the girl from Clueless are racing bikes around.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot of nonsense.
Or are they racing? Is that
That's
they're
when they do the
racing
race
now?
scene.
No,
She
that
went
was-
to Jay Leno's garage and grabbed a bike.
Yeah.
And
No,
Yeah.
that was Winners
Robin's
Take All.
Let's take all. That's right.
That's a
what
better
we were
bike
watching,
scene than
yeah.
They
this
drive
one.
Bear Mountain. They ride up there.
Yeah, they
Yep.
failed.
Is this where Poison Ivy now takes over the Turkish bath
Yeah, that's when that happens.
and then meets the 90s extreme blacklight baddie?
Yes, right.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so 90s.
Okay, here's another little.
Everything's extreme.
Here's
Yeah.
another nugget. Okay, the king. His name is Gollum.
It's really.
But the when she first goes in the Turkish bath,
Yeah.
and there's a guy on the throne, and he says something about
you
something.
feel good enough to eat.
Get up there. Do you know who that is? That was the same guy. His name is Doug Hutchinson.
Dudge Hugginson.
Yep. Yes. He
Chicken
did
Diddling?
Percy from the Green
Shiny
Mile.
Time Station.
Oh.
The Green Mile.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was
That's
him?
that guy.
Oh, I didn't know that. I couldn't see through all the neon makeup. That's really cool,
the
though.
context.
That's
But that
because
is the
it's
same
extreme.
guy.
That's really cool.
I just thought I wanted to share that
Yeah.
because that was nice.
Glow in the dark skateboard game.
At this point, Bane
Yeah.
and Ivy show up to Arkham to break him out, right?
Yes.
yes.
Which, is nice of them to do. It's more than the good guys are doing, the supposed
Yeah.
good guys. They break him out. And look at a good guy Mr. Freeze is. He gives them great plumbing advice,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Do you remember
always.
do you remember what it
Always.
was?
Rise your pipes.
Always winterize your pipes.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
he's just trying to help.
It's good. It's
good advice.
However,
Yeah.
freezing pipes will not blow out a wall like
What?
that. Just so you know.
What?
No,
Are
are
you
you
wait
kidding
a
me?
minute. That's a bunch
That's
of bull crap.
crap.
I watched that movie. They froze the
Sorry.
pipes and it blew up the wall.
We're doing our own Mythbusters. We're going to prove
okay,
that.
honestly.
All right. Let's
mean-
do it.
Well, the
Not gonna
guards
happen.
there weren't all bad either. I mean, they did give Mr. Freeze his own personal flurry. I mean,
It's true.
so they're not all bad.
And I do want to give a shout out that Gene LaBelle showed back up again. Remember the guy that fell into the concrete in Remo Williams that made Steven Seagal crap his pants?
Yes. Yes.
That's
I do.
that's the guard that's sitting there with the costumes for
it
the
is.
Riddler
Yes.
and Two-Face, and he gets pulled through the wall by Bane.
Yes.
That's Gene LaBelle.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
same
Bring
guy.
him right back.
I was like,
Hey, I got that guy.
He's in there for 1 second to get, eaten
through a wall.
alive.
And then we
pulled
got
through a
the
wall.
drop-in special guest appearance by Coolio as the head of the gang.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Baker,
forgot about
yeah.
that while they were racing their
While
bikes.
they're racing,
Yeah, and
he was the
then she's
banker.
racing.
Yeah.
Fantastic, ride, slip and slide. Remember
then
that?
she ends up-
Fantastic
Yeah, I
Voyage?
love that.
No, I was just
song.
going to see how far
great
you were
song.
going to go.
No, I don't want to go there.
She ends up racing against Axl Rose.
Yeah. It was so obvious that Coolio just called somebody I want to be in a Batman movie, and this is
They're
what.
like, who's hot? Who's hot right now?
hot right now?
97. Ah, Coolio.
That's-
Let's get
that's
him.
how-
Julio and Smashing Pumpkins.
That's
Got it.
literally. That's literally how
Billy
Alicia.
Corgan said no.
That's
Well, no,
literally
no.
how Alicia Silverstone ended up in this movie, because at the time they're like, all right, who's the hottest person right now? Alicia Silverstone, do it. She wasn't right for this part. No offense to her.
No.
But that's just
I
what
agree.
they did back then. They're like, who's it? Who's the it girl? Who's the hot person?
Who's going to
right
help us
now?
sell
Right.
toys? Alicia Silverstone.
Right, exactly.
I mean, and on the toy, you couldn't even tell it was her.
No.
I could tell.
All right, the bad guys show up. The bad guys show up to kidnap Mr. Freeze's wife at his house. At his house.
We got breaking and entering on these guys now?
Honestly.
Oh, jeez.
These aggressive cops.
No
Nice.
warrants.
No
No
warrants.
warrants
whatsoever.
No due process.
The rundown ice
Just
cream
show up.
store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just all crawling all
Mr.
over the
Frosty.
place.
They probably took a few snow cones, too, while they were in there.
what I'm
Rat
saying.
bastards.
And Mr. Freeze has got to recharge. Here's the thing. There's like 19 different shots of him recharging the suit in this movie. This thing drains faster than my crappy iPhone.
It's a
Seriously.
2-hour movie, man.
I
He's
know.
he's moving all over. He's trying to save his wife.
I get that, but
it
man, oh
drains
man.
the suit, man.
Dude, how many diamonds would you need to run that thing? He's constantly dumping diamonds into this suit.
Well, and how many diamonds does Gotham City have?
Why? I don't
enough
know.
to run a suit, but he should just. He
Just
should
enough
have.
to
10
run the
minutes.
suit
It
for
was
2
time to
hours.
upgrade the suit. He should have just taken it down to his local suit store. Say, hey, the battery's not working anymore. I need an upgrade.
true.
I'm
Hold on a second,
going
but
through
it's
way
true.
too many
The
diamonds.
Iceman's warehouse? Is that where he would take it to?
Yes.
But how does the diamonds degrade to the point where he no longer can create power?
Yeah, aren't they indestructible?
They're diamonds. What I mean, is it like
I don't know.
sits in a
That's a
bath
great
of,
point.
like, yeah.
That I
like-
didn't even consider.
This is what makes him a doctor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm not sure.
Ivy and Bane show up to fight Batman and Robin and keep them distracted. So while Freeze goes and gasses some of these hostile and abusive cops, right?
Yeah.
And she's again trying to kiss them, trying to suck them into their, she's got the pheromone, she's spraying. Bane is taking turns beating up each of the other ones while she tries
She
to
hit his easy button on his chest, and he just starts kicking ass.
That was easy.
I like that.
I do like there was Bruce had a couple of good lines in this movie, and one of them was, "Why are all the gorgeous ones homicidal maniacs? Is it me?" Right, which I'm assuming is a reference to Catwoman
Yeah.
Yeah.
from the previous movies.
Yeah.
I'm like, I hope he's not ripping on Nicole Kidman from Batman Forever, 'cause she was beautiful and not a homicidal maniac.
Right.
Anyway,
Man.
the worst part about this scene is how much of a tool Robin is, because Batman's trying to fight these two, and he's like, "You're just jealous, huh? You just want it for yourself. You're just mad that she wants me and not you.
Not you.
Huh?
You want some of this?
Yeah, you're just jealous, old man. Just shut up, dude."
I really like him.
You would. Is this when Batgirl breaks into the Bat computer?
Well, that's coming.
Is it
Yeah,
but yes,
with no captcha?
By the way, Alfred's dying.
No caption, no password.
Yeah.
With
She's a hacker. Remember?
Three letters, baby.
She's a computer genius.
Yeah.
she is.
Peg.
Her hacking ability is I don't know, try what's on the picture in front of
Yeah.
me.
What's this one over here?
What's the next password? Wall. Door.
Paperwork. Oh, that's too long.
She was there for 6 hours. Okay.
TV.
No, but
Question mark.
before that, Poison Ivy betrays Freeze and says that Batman killed his wife.
Oh, yes.
So from this point on, Mr. Freeze cannot be held accountable for his actions.
Yeah, because now he's
I
it's-
wasn't holding him accountable up to this point
But,
either.
but now
Pure
even
revenge.
more so. Now
No,
he
yeah.
thought he was justified.
Yeah, now he's
victim.
now
He's now
a
the
victim.
victim.
Right.
We're back to the Batcave. Robin is still whining.
Yeah.
I want a
Cut to-
Robin signal.
Yeah.
You're just jealous.
This is a baloney. Riding your coattails.
Robin straight up sucks, man. That's all I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I liked him in the last one.
I now understand why he didn't get a spinoff.
This was bad, Robin.
Right. And Batman's like, look, we have to go to a telescope party. Another
Telescope
party.
party.
for this damn telescope.
How does he have time to be Batman? Honestly.
I have no idea.
Like, because he's constantly
parties.
constantly has to go to parties.
Just to back up one
Yes.
other
That's
thing.
probably why I
Please.
hired
Another
Robin.
reason why Robin was such a pain in the ass,
Yeah.
pain in the butt, sorry, is, every time, Batman wouldn't want to go fishing, Robin would always eat the worms. Continue.
He's got worms, and I love to fish.
He's got worms.
Got worms.
Worms.
We got worms.
We find out Alfred is sick. Right? He's got McGregor syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever that
The
is.
same
Whatever
thing that
that
his
is.
wife
Same
is. Mr. Freeze's
Mrs.
wife
Freeze.
is suffering
That's right.
from.
McGregor syndrome's trying to kill Alfred. He's not as advanced. He's stage
Yeah, he's
one.
early stages,
Yeah.
right?
Freeze is, or I should say, now I'm getting off track here. Meanwhile, as we were saying before, Alfred's niece is committing espionage.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
She's hacking
And
illegally.
the monitor on this computer is weird because it just projects the image directly onto her face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's staring into a projector.
That's
all it
exactly
is.
what's
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way the reflection from the
She's
monitor,
got mirrors. I'm trying to read it.
just clear as day, the bat symbol right on her face.
You have to wear special glasses. Apparently, Alfred had them.
She had, yes.
It never reflected on his
No.
face.
They were burned out of her skull, her eyes. Like, stare. All right, Alicia, stare directly into this overhead. It's terrible.
Peg.
She gets into the Batcave, and Alfred Headroom is like,
Yes. Yes. I thought the same.
Yep.
It almost sounded like Conky from Pee Wee's Playhouse. Pee-wee.
I knew you were going to want to be Batgirl, so
Yeah.
I already made the suit and everything.
Batgirl.
There are some times.
Here's your suit.
I did not have time to put nipples on it, though. I
Yeah,
apologize.
sorry.
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
Yeah.
Feminists,
Misogynists.
right? Where's the
Where's
equality?
the equality in this? Yeah. Where's the butt shots and the nipples?
No, there was a butt shot
Yeah, a little bit.
and a boob
That's
shot.
what I'm
So there's
saying.
a
I
butt
think it
shot
was
and a boob shot.
ridiculous.
They
I
I
did
think it
get
was
that.
more Robins. I think
Let me tell you, there are some points in the movie where they hit fast forward on some things, like
man.
the backstories, the setups for the Bat, for Bane and Ivy, and then now you're Batgirl. Like, again, just another moment where they just go, we're spending 30 seconds on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're Batgirl.
Yep.
We
You're
gotta-
it.
We gotta get back to Arnold.
At the telescope party, she's Poison Ivy's able to steal the keys from Commissioner Gordon because
Yeah.
she makes them all smitten, and goes and replaces the bat symbol.
I don't think she even used her little whatchamacallit. I think
She just
she
walked
did.
up.
Gordon's like, listen, I haven't been touched in years.
She didn't have to use this.
And then you just simply flirt with the old man.
And then she's like,
Gordon's simping over here.
yeah, he's like, oh, come back. She's like, nah, I don't like old dudes, man.
Oh, come on.
She fires off the Robin signal, and again, Robin is still complaining. That's a Robin signal, and not a bat symbol, you loser.
Just so you know what that is.
Yeah.
I know
Batman.
it may look kind of like a bat symbol minus some points, but it's close.
It's clearly
That's
a Robin.
It's red.
He should have traded Robin in for like a Cardinal or a Blue Jay or something. I mean,
Can you imagine Batman and Blue Jay,
It should have been.
the ambiguously gay duo?
This movie should have been Batman and Booby.
A blue-footed booby.
That'd be,
That's what it
that'd be
should have been.
perfect.
oh, a booby. I'd like to see that.
And this is one of the,
Just a,
I've seen
just
a
a
nice
footprint.
I've seen a nice set of boobies before.
Birds, right?
You're right, the
yeah,
blue-footed
the birds.
ones. Yeah.
Blue-footed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
blue-footed ones. Yeah.
here Bruce has one of his other good lines in the movie. He's like, she wants to kill you, dick.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did see. Yes, I was like,
I'm like, all right, that was
I
a
had to
good
go
one.
look. Oh yeah, that's right. His name's Dick. I thought they just a
I did.
descriptor.
I mean, he was being such.
I was like,
he
yes,
was
someone
being
called him
such-
out. You were a dick. Oh no, wait, his name's Dick. All right,
dang it.
that was like when you kept saying from the other show. You're
Yeah.
like, Joe's an idiot.
That's
Right. Right.
Wait,
Yeah.
is it my like you calling me an idiot? No. For them,
No,
it's
I
like,
was.
no,
His
you
name
were
was
literally
Joe.
calling him a
was.
dick.
That's literally
Right.
what he was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He used
I
his
know you
name
were.
on purpose there.
Right.
Right.
I misspelled Gortowski.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
We don't have to read
So here we get the
Oh,
assault.
you brought it up.
We get the assault on Ivy, the assault on Poison Ivy at
Yes.
her plan. First, Robin goes in by himself,
These are three. Let it be.
and he goes. He goes over to Robin. He says, "Tell me your evil plan, and I'll kiss you." This is to Ivy, and Ivy stupidly falls for
But
it.
hold on, is it an evil plan? She's just trying to save the planet.
I know he
And
assumes
he's
it's evil.
coming in, trying to knock all the greenery out.
Yeah.
Right, he hates
She's trying to
he
save
hates the environment.
He hates the environment. He's his gas hog, Batmobiles, and everything else. She's
Yeah.
just trying to
He probably
plant more trees.
he probably is a climate science denier.
yeah, exactly.
guessing.
He obviously was.
Obviously he
So
Tell
you
me
don't
your
think
evil
she
plan.
was just craving some dick, Grayson?
Oh, I'm gonna stand up for this one. Oh man.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just kidding.
Oh man.
All right.
I have a problem with poison ivy.
Oh, okay. What's your problem with
She said her skin was filled with chlorophyll.
Yes.
She's not green.
No,
She should be green.
She should be green, damn it.
True. It's true.
All right. Anyways, go
All
ahead.
right. So she falls for Robin's stupid ruse of tell me your evil plan and then I'll kiss you because he's wearing rubber lips.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
First of all,
You can get those at Spencer's.
how the hell did you just
probably
come
did.
up with some rubber lip? I'll tell you what. Here's how we're going to do it. Not don't kiss her. Put rubber lips on. Then
Yeah.
you get to kiss her and it won't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then why say anything? Why tell her?
Well-
Why take them off?
Well, and I've never understood where Batman has Bruce Wayne. Batman has to have a league of guys that have to be sworn to secrecy to making these things. Because if he's not making them,
Who's making 'em?
Alfred's not making them. Who's making rubber lips?
Right, we got sick ass Alfred over here. Like, yo, we need 4 rubber lips right now.
Who's making the rubber
I'm
lips?
dying, Bruce. He's like, we need him.
We need him.
I mean,
get 'em.
unless you want us dead.
Gotta have him,
Yeah.
I mean,
Alfred.
yeah.
Do you want your McGregor syndrome cured or not?
That's right.
Yeah.
Rubber lips
Again.
or you die. That's
Pointing out that Bruce Wayne and Batman are the villains in this movie.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
He's got a slave labor
not,
thing going on
exactly.
over
Not
there.
only that, it's slave labor now.
All right, so he gets
Like
This
Willy
guy.
Wonka.
so
It's
she
got a bunch of
tosses.
Oompa Loompas.
Yeah, this guy.
She's literally able to just push Robin into the water with like no fight at all. She
Yeah.
just
No.
like shoves him.
Robin's weakness is pools in this movie.
Yeah. Well, he's very weak-kneed. He's a one to be with poison ivy, so his knees were just weak, made it easy to
Shallow
push
water.
over in the water.
Batman shows up.
Right.
He's immediately snatched up by some ivy, to say lack of a better word.
Yeah, sure.
Some
Yeah.
vines and stuff, and he gets sucked up to the ceiling. That's important to remember for later. He is on the ceiling. And then Batgirl
Yes.
comes in out of nowhere.
Batman is on the ceiling. Just remember that.
That's right.
Yeah. And Robin's in a pool.
And Robin's in a pool.
Where they
Well,
rewind,
Robin's-
fast forward, rewind
Yes.
the footage
Oh,
to
yes.
make it look
Yes.
like he's struggling.
Struggling.
Robin's like bird baths, so that makes sense.
Yes.
I mean,
he's just in there flapping
just in there
around.
oh, I'm getting clean.
Batgirl comes in, they karate fight. They have one of the best fights ever filmed.
No.
What?
not.
What?
This you can. This is on par with JCVD, man. This fight.
No.
There's Van Damme versus the Chun-Li
Yeah.
in Bloodsport,
Yep.
and then there's Poison Ivy versus Batgirl.
Okay.
I mean, I'd put them both up there,
Side by side.
side by side.
It was so bad. like 2 hits, the core like neither of them looked like they'd ever thrown a punch in their life.
No.
And I knew this was before she went through her Kill Bill training. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
But at this point, it was not it.
So if you have JCVD, would Alicia Silverstone then be ASS?
That's exactly
Yes.
what it would
Nice.
be. Yes, exactly.
Yes, she is.
All right, so she's able to defeat Poison Ivy. Lindo she throws her in her own Venus trap, and she literally says curses.
Curses.
Like an old cartoon.
Curses you.
Okay.
Yep.
And they've now defeated Ivy. Good job. And
to
now
go.
it's the assault on Freeze in the Bat bobsled.
Yes.
Yes.
Where does he get these things?
And the Robin hoverboard or
Right.
whatever. And she's driving a motorcycle on ice.
Right, but just the fact that
Thoughtless.
Batman has a vehicle for the ice specifically.
Yeah.
Yes.
You never know.
It's another toy they could sell. He also has bat heaters, which is really comes
Yes.
in handy.
Yeah, those are.
I bought one of those in
Yeah.
1997.
Did you?
Yeah.
Back
They
then.
were great. I
They're-
lived in my mom's basement.
They're good for the hands. I mean, in the winter, you just stick
They
them in
are.
your gloves.
Yeah, they're great.
It's good.
Great.
So he shows up. He's freezes. I'm trying to explain this because it's kind of stupid, but there's
What?
there's this giant telescope that has to run on diamonds or crystals.
No,
Crystals,
the
yeah.
thing he
That
put
look
in
like
there,
diamonds?
yeah.
And so he goes and puts his own freeze thing in the middle of it. He's going to turn the telescope.
And he had the last diamond to put in there too,
Right.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to turn the telescope, which communicates with satellites,
Which have mirrors on
which
them.
have mirrors on it, into a giant freeze ray
And then freeze Earth.
and freeze everything, starting with Gotham City.
Yes.
And he's able to freeze them because Batman's like, we got 11 minutes to ruin this guy's perfectly good plan.
Yeah.
And this is when they gets there and they fight.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It was like a 13-minute fight.
What'd you think?
Hell freezes over.
That's right. What'd you
Yeah.
think of the Batman Mr. Freeze fight?
It was cheesy like the rest of the movie.
Yeah, right.
There's air misses and all sorts of fun stuff.
The worst part is the scientist hanging from the thing going,
and they're just hanging there
They're
forever.
just
dirty fighter, dirty fighter. I'm like,
Yeah.
shut up. He hasn't done anything dirty.
Yeah.
Batman's the one cheating. Brought in a freaking bat heater.
Yeah.
Right.
How dare you? I just felt like going full Clint there.
I agree.
That's all right.
Thought it was
You're in the
appropriate.
Clint chair.
You
Oh,
are
I
in,
am in
yes,
the
you
Clint
are
chair.
in the Clint Bush Memorial Chair there.
The most unrealistic thing in the entire movie happens.
Oh,
George
okay.
Clooney beats Arnold Schwarzenegger in a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twice.
Twice in the same movie,
Yeah.
even.
And then as he's falling, he goes, "Freeze in hell!"
Yeah.
All right, which is great, fantastic. And but they're still got the problem of Gotham being frozen.
Yeah. What are we going to do?
What are we going to do about this? And so he goes, well, the satellites could be repositioned to thaw the city directly, but that would take a computer genius. I'm like, well, you're screwed.
Yeah.
But wait, Alicia Silverstone, a.k.a. Batgirl, guessed the password.
Guess the password.
And it was because of her that you have to have a capital letter, a number, a special symbol.
Right, all because of
All
Batgirl.
because of Batgirl.
That girl created the hashtag.
It's the reason I
did.
can't remember I have an @ symbol in my password.
Right.
Two-part verification. I have to, because of her.
And you
Wait,
can't
which
have a
one's the
3-letter
capital letter?
password.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Dang it.
I needed some of that. I needed when she went over there. I needed some shots for going, telescope,
Ice.
freeze.
Scientist. Oh, that's too long.
That would have been. And then click on all the pictures that have traffic lights in them. That's the other
You
thing.
missed one. You got to do it again. Hang on.
Click on all the pictures of Gotham frozen right now.
Oh, I missed the dog peeing. Oops. My bad.
Click
gosh.
on pictures of Robin in a puddle.
Against all odds, she's able to turn the satellites on, and
Well,
Gotham
they had
is-
to unfreeze the mirrors. They had
That's
to climb
right.
out
Yeah.
there. Their
Oh, that's
little
right.
Robin laser pointers.
That's right.
The cats of Gotham are just freaking out down below.
Catwoman's jumping from
This
building
is
to
when we
building.
needed Catwoman to show back up.
She just jumps on.
She just jumps on and can't,
She can't find where the laser is.
because we
It's
know
over
she's
here.
alive. They
It's
set up
over
she's
here.
still alive.
I know.
Yeah.
It's over here. It's over
This
here.
was their chance. They
She
blew it.
also apparently becomes Halle Berry at some point.
At some
but-
point. All right, so they finally go back down. Batman goes back down to Freeze, who's still on the ground down there, and he says, I didn't kill your wife, and here to prove it, I have a copy of the movie.
When will that be now?
Seriously, this is why I said it's important to remember he's on the ceiling while this is happening. Okay?
Who's filming
On
the
the
movie?
Who's
Right.
filming?
Hanging upside down.
And the shot that he shows Mr. Freeze, the video of her saying, I killed Freeze's wife or whatever.
It was Bane.
It was Bane, wasn't
Bane was just laying there filming
He was like, shh, don't, I'm just
on
going to be
this
down here.
giant camcorder.
Because
Bane's like put a VHS tape in the side, just back
To one.
record.
it's literally the shot from the movie.
Yes.
Bane sitting there with jean shorts.
Right. Right. Which is actually the second time.
That's a shout out to an old friend of ours.
It's actually the second time in the movie they pulled this stupid joke because when they're doing the illegal search and seizure on Freeze's property,
Yeah.
he goes,
Warrantless.
we have some surveillance footage, and it's literally a shot from the previous scene from the movie, just in black and white, like it was on a surveillance. I'm like,
Amazing.
you guys just reused footage that you'd already shot before. You couldn't just shoot a security camera footage? How hard is that?
This isn't the first movie we've seen that done, though.
No, sure isn't. It's not going to be the last.
No.
Oh, I was hoping it was going to be the last.
No.
Really?
But he says,
Unfortunately
again?
not.
Damn it.
Yeah, it happens.
All right, let's go.
All right.
he says to Mr. Freeze, look, we know you're a good guy. See, Batman even acknowledges
Yeah,
it.
he
right?
finally
He says,
admits it. Finally.
help me cure McGregor syndrome stage 1. Help me save a life. And because Mr. Freeze is a good man,
Such a charitable guy.
he says, take 2 of these and call me in the morning.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
He
Yeah.
has the cure in his
Wrist.
forearm or wrist or whatever.
Yeah.
Hands it to him. They go and they put the drip in Alfred. Alfred, is still asleep at this point.
You
And he-
watch the blue go down the
come
ivy. Yeah.
He wakes up the next day and he's perfectly fine. He busts in the room. They tried to give me the virus.
But I wouldn't let him.
It was huge.
It was huge.
China.
Alfred comes in. I'm ready to make rubber lips.
But not from China.
That's right.
Only American. Only American.
Got to have USA made rubber lips.
I do think it's funny. He goes, show me how to cure this disease. He goes, I found your wife. We refroze her. Right? Remember that?
Well, she was thawing out. Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah.
is this like when a parent replaces a kid's goldfish with another goldfish? And
Yeah,
says,
I think so. It has to be.
do you know what I mean?
You can't refreeze stuff.
That's not how it works.
It's not.
Freezer burn.
Hey, listen. She
at
was the
minimum.
most frigid wife ever.
She,
Why do I get a wah when this whole movie is nothing but puns?
Somebody's got to get them.
you're right.
Thank you.
You're right. All right. I felt really bad for Alfred at the end of this movie because
He's
after
got to live with all these kids.
after the bad guys win and they all are high-fiving each other, he goes, we're going to need a bigger cave. And I'm like, no, you're not.
No.
Never again.
Because that's the end.
That's the end, baby.
That's it.
End of the franchise.
Until they would reboot it with Bale and and Liam Neeson at Batman Begins, which would be what, 7, 8 years later, like 2005.
2005-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say my two favorite voices you do are Arnold Schwarzenegger and Christian Bale. Batman.
Well,
Those are my favorite.
I don't know if we'll ever be doing the Christian Bale Batman movies.
Well, now's your
here.
opportunity to lay that sucker down right now.
How? All of George Clooney's dialogue, he did the same voice as Batman as
Just
he was
say,
as
hi,
Bruce
Freeze,
Wayne.
I'm Batman. As your,
I'm not a monkey that will dance when you give me a quarter.
you do it.
Give him 2 quarters.
Freeze! I'm Batman.
Perfect.
All right.
That changes this whole movie.
Thank you.
Where's that round of applause button?
Yeah,
You
that's
deserve
okay.
that.
Hit that one.
That's all right.
All right, I got it.
So that's the end of the movie.
All right.
And we got to do that thing that we do, which is give it some awards and give it its props.
Yes.
And
Yes.
find out if Arnold Schwarzenegger would, oh, wait a second. He was already in it.
You don't need
He's
to
already
find
in it.
anything
So
else.
I got to ask
But
a different question.
You got to ask a different question. I was just going to say, yeah.
Do you have another one?
Who is the substitute for Arnold?
Stallone.
Stallone. That's what I say, yeah.
So would Stallone make this?
And actually, David Parkinson wrote in and suggested that we do that for this, right? He said, it might be cool, instead of would Arnold make it better, to say, would Stallone make it better? And he had an idea who Stallone should have been. But I want to hear what you guys think about this. What do you guys think? Where can you plug Stallone into this movie? Because you can't tell me with this cast of characters it wouldn't have been an upgrade.
Are you kidding me? Batman versus Freeze? I would make
Stallone?
him Batman.
Batman, yeah.
Bro.
Yelling out the Batman.
Or,
Just,
hold on.
swear to me. Would that be hilarious if just punching
Okay, but
him and beating
Stallone's... Go ahead, Ryan.
I was going to say Stallone is Bane.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Hit that easy button.
Armor piercing.
Armor piercing. Yes.
Going way back to like episode number 7.
Yeah. I missed
Yeah.
that. I missed that one.
No, I think I love Stallone. But the most recognizable part of his face is what would be visible in a Batman costume.
All the more reason
Right.
to make him Batman.
Yeah, is that all the more reason?
Just to really kill
No
this
one would
movie.
believe that he wasn't Bruce
No.
Wayne. They'd be
No.
like,
Dude,
That's
dude,
Bruce Wayne.
that's Bruce Wayne.
Full head of hair. He's built.
The cowl would have to be, the top would have to be cut off so his hair could be out.
Just convertible cowl. Just
His head would be taller than the ears.
I'm saying, bro. Stallone is Bane.
Just wear like elf ears, you know?
This is also what David, don't call him Paul Parkinson, said. He said, make him Bane. That would be cool. And the reason he
Cool.
signed this as David Parkinson, not Bloody Paul, is because we called him Paul last time he was part of the show.
Oh.
Yes. And so now he's David.
Called him Paul.
I don't remember, but
One of
he'll
us.
forever be David. Don't call him Paul Parkinson. All right.
probably Bob. It was probably Bob.
It was probably Bob. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Paul is one of our Patreon members, and as we said before, he can help us as well as some other members join in and submit awards for the show. And so as we go through the awards, we're going to be including what he submitted as well. And so we'll start with the Will Patton Award for Intensity, which is where we always start. And this is for an actor who not necessarily gave the best performance, but just took it the most seriously, was the most intense. actor in the entire movie. Joe, you're waving your hand.
Hand down Schwarzenegger.
Yeah?
He out of everybody who went overboard, he went even more overboard.
He was going for it for sure.
He believed he was going to be the best. He even thought that he was like, oh, well, Mr. Freeze, because he's, so cool and sexy.
Yeah.
Like, he thought he was going to be, like, the greatest Batman villain ever.
Spinoff.
I hear you, man.
Ever. Over Nicholson.
Over Nicholson. This town needs an enema. Who you got, Curt? For Will Patton?
Freeze.
Mr. Freeze.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
All right.
Number one guy.
Remember, you are my number one guy.
I mean, this guy, he had the juice. I couldn't think of a more beautiful performance. It was Arnold.
Yeah, there you go.
Arnold will win, but it's actually going to be 3-2 because me and Dave both voted for Uma Thurman for the Will Patton.
That's not a bad pick either.
I mean, it was okay.
She was,
Not a bad
I
pick.
think the two, and I guess I'm spoiling my top two out of my three, the two that were fully in it and fully going for it. I don't disagree with Arnold at all. But even the nuance, which is a weird word to use attached to this movie at all, nuance.
Yeah, it's kind of it makes you like
Like it's new.
You could tell she wasn't phoning it in, and she was fully going for it, and I appreciated that about her as well. And this is what David also had to say. He said his poison time, she really cared passionately about the plants. She really cared. Wow! Exclamation point. He did say about the movie in general, well, that was a punishment. So watching it for the second time ever, there will not be a third.
Wow! Exclamation point is also his password.
Yes. Because of
Jeez,
Batgirl.
dude, don't say that.
Because of Batgirl, he had to put the exclamation point on there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Michael Dudikoff Trash Can Full of Dirt Award is the award we give out to the worst actor in the movie, the one that displayed the acting range of a trash can full of dirt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who you got for the Dudikoff?
Okay.
Who do you got?
Nominate Batman and Robin movie.
The whole movie.
I went with Robin.
Robin, Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah, because he was just such a jack in this movie, and I was like, I agree with you. I liked him in
Forever.
Yeah, and Forever, and I just like the whole jealousy thing didn't work to me. I just didn't think it was that believable.
But it was one note the whole
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who you got?
Dick.
Dick?
Yeah.
You got Dick.
Tricky Dick.
He's also got Dick.
Who you got?
I went Batgirl.
I also went Batgirl.
Yeah, she just wasn't.
It's 2-2.
And I like Alicia Silverstone, but
Yeah, me
she
too.
was just terrible in this movie.
This was not a good performance.
Just
It was-
terrible.
And it's
She's
not her
terrible,
fault.
man.
She was miscast.
Yes.
And so they didn't set her up for success. In the right parts, she's great. And so nothing against her personally.
This was a
This was
Batman
not
movie
good.
is not her, just not her wheelhouse at all.
It wasn't an Aerosmith music video.
No, it wasn't.
So, it's
We're
not
gonna
work.
have to figure out a winner then, because the Dudikoff for Parkinson here, he went off the board. He said either Elle McPherson as Julie Madison or Vivica A. Fox as Misbehavin'. Both added nothing. I'll go with Vivica and not vote for my compatriot Elle because he's Australian. So that's why he doesn't want to go with McPherson. So we're down 2-2 here.
I can't go with Misbehaving because that was my start of love of.
But between Robin and
Fox.
Batgirl,
Well, yeah, Vivica A. Fox.
Does anybody have a coin?
but here's
toss this thing.
I can be the one to flip flop here because I actually I almost went O'Donnell. Like I literally was typing out my outline, went Chris, deleted it, and then went Alicia Silverstone.
I'm the same way because I wrote down Batgirl or Bane.
Okay, so I'll go back to Chris because that's what, and then we'll solve those. We'll go to Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah, there you go.
Chris O'Donnell
Nice.
wins
Nice.
the
Not a
Michael
bad-
Dudikoff Trash Can Full of Dirt
Not a
Award.
bad pick
Congrats
either.
to him. For our top three performers, we'll start here with Dave Parkinson. At number 3, he had Michael Gough. Is it Gough or Go? I don't know how you say it because it's spelled like Doe, like Dough, but with a G.
Talking about Alfred.
Alfred, yeah.
Alfred.
Always had a soft spot for him, and he's a quality actor. Number 2, he had George Clooney as Batman. Come on, Paul. What are you doing here, buddy?
Did he watch the movie?
I called him Paul on purpose there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we caught that.
Close. Not even close. He does say not even close to the likes of Keaton or Adam West. But he did a solid job. As Cape Crusader.
Val Kilmer.
I couldn't stop staring at his twitchy head.
Honestly, who would put George Clooney in their top 3?
Every 2 seconds, he'd just be like, Not me.
Okay. And number 1, he said the bat nipples. They were just a cut above.
Just a cut above.
He said joke. Schwarzenegger is phrase. He got exactly what you'd expect from him, which I agree. Who you guys are top 3?
If you don't think for number 1, I'm not going Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
I mean,
What are we even doing here?
yeah.
Why bother?
Forget it.
Why did we do it then?
And
What are
then
we doing here?
I actually
Jim
went
Carrey.
with Alfred as number 2, and then I went for number 3. I went with sorry, totally blew it. Ivy.
Ivy.
Yeah.
Uma Thurman. All right, who you got, Joe?
Number 1, Arnold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Natch.
Number 2, Coolio. And
Sure.
number 3, Doug Hutchinson.
Doug, who's Doug Hutchins?
Gollum.
That guy.
Neon.
The
guy
ring,
from
the
Green
ring guy. Oh, not the Lord of
Percy
the Ring
from
guys.
from Green Mile. Yeah.
All right, who you got? Mueller?
All right, so we've got number 1, Arnold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
2,
Solid.
Uma.
Okay.
Book it.
3, Coolio.
Yeah.
Coolio got some votes.
Gangster's Paradise.
All right, for my number 1, I went Arnold Schwarzenegger. What do you think is happening here? Just clean sweep across the board. Number 2, Uma Thurman. And
Good,
number
good.
3, George Clooney.
You rat bastard.
Oh, look.
Where's my flip flop?
That's it. I'm leaving here.
Hold on.
No, hold on.
No, don't explain it. I don't
you know
want
what you want to hear
But
why?
no one wants to hear your explanation as why you think George Clooney should be number 3.
He probably liked him in ER. That's
There's a wide gulf in this movie, a wide gulf between 2 and everybody else. Okay, but of the rest of the crap, he was fine. I mean, it wasn't like he was good, but he was just so like
Coolio was in.
he was so flat. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah,
picked
he
Jesse
flatlined
Ventura.
like ER.
Jesse Ventura was in this movie.
Coolio
was
was
in
in
this
there
movie.
for 1 second. He did not. I don't even know if he was awake. I think he was so high he didn't even know he was in a movie.
But that's never stopped you before from picking somebody that is in a movie for like a second.
All right,
George
that's true.
Clooney literally apologizes every time he gets a chance because of this. He
And I think
apologizes for the
he
movie.
gets a bad rap.
Pays people money.
He gives people's money back.
But because of the movie in general, I don't think he did that bad. That's just my opinion.
He was.
Somebody had to take the fall.
Okay.
It's him.
All right. We got to ultimately make a decision here,
we
guys.
gotta get
Is this a
going
good movie? Is it a bad movie? Or is it a bad
You
movie that
either
rules?
hate George Clooney or you're a liar.
Tell me what this is. We got to come to a final decision here.
It's a bad movie that rules.
Bad movie that rules.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I'll watch this again and again.
Okay.
It's a bad movie that rules.
Bad movie that rules.
Yep.
All right.
My opinion.
That's cool. What do you think, Bueller?
Bad movie that rules.
I'm also going to say that it's a bad movie that rules, but literally only because Arnold is in this movie.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
that's it.
Yes.
If it's not for him, I would never watch it again.
This is the definition of everything we talk about.
Right. This-
He
Arnold
made
makes it
this
better.
movie
Is-
better.
yes.
Yes.
There is no way this movie would have survived without him.
No, it's like this is the movie that actually happened. All the what ifs that we talk about. Like, imagine there had been a version of Batman and Robin where
But John Cusack plays.
like John Cusack was Mr. Freeze,
Nick
right?
Cage.
Yeah, Nick Cage is
is
right.
Mr.
And we'd be
Freeze.
sitting around this table talking about what a dog crap movie it was, and then we'd be like, "Oh man, imagine if Schwarzenegger was Freeze."
Yes.
Yeah.
We'd be like, "It'd be so, much,
it'd be
better.
so much better.
But here it actually happened,
Happens.
and
Yes.
it's true.
Amazing.
It is way better than it would have been.
Blow my mind.
Not to mention, this movie has
No.
set the precedent for all other movies
Precedent?
after it.
Right?
The president, yes.
Yeah, the precedent.
Donald trumped it. Now,
What did you say?
The precedents. Never mind.
Schwarzenegger. It's not. He doesn't make it a good movie. We've said this
No.
before.
No.
He can't. He doesn't turn bad movies into good movies. He just makes them better than they would have been.
This would have been a 2-7 without Arnold
It is
in
still a bad movie, but it's watchable only because of him. Whereas Mr. David, don't call me Paul Parkinson, said, "May I suggest?" Oh no, what does he say? Oh, movie straight out bad movie does not rule and cannot even see a good movie. It's so far away. He said, and he even said earlier, I will not watch this a third time. So
I don't blame him.
I don't blame him
But-
either.
I don't blame him, but
I'm not gonna, but to me, I agree with you, David. I almost said Paul. I agree with you, David. It's just Arnold for me that changes, like it puts me over the hump. So just want to say thank you to everybody that was out there listening today to our Batman and Robin episode. Don't forget to go to the website, batmoviesrule.com. Sign up for our email newsletter. We'll get you some swag. Otherwise, email the show. Tell us what you thought about Batman and Robin. What do you think about Arnold as Mr. Freeze? Our email is thisshowIstrash@gmail.com. On behalf of Curt Mummer, Joe Gorotowski, and Ryan Mueller, I'm James Hauser. Thank you for listening.
What happened when Batman and Robin got ran over by a steamroller?
What?
They turned into Flatman and Ribbon.
Crickets.